Hello my lovelies. If you're new here, hello, my name is Kaylee and I like to junk journal. I make my own journals and yeah, use them to record memories and things like that. So this is my latest junk journal and it is pretty much full now. So I thought I would do a little flip through to show you the sorts of things inside it. I did actually do a video, I think it might be in my last completed journal flip through. I showed this one that was going to be my next journal, and I'll link to that video down below in case you want to see what it looked like when it was empty. But this one I kept pretty plain. I just put some lace down the side. I kept the binding exposed because I really like the way that looks. And again on the back I sort of coloured this in and then really regretted it because I think it looks a bit rubbish now, but hey, you learn. Later on I added some eyelets and this ribbon just to keep it closed because it is quite a chunky book. It will stay closed on its own, but it's pretty chunky. When I first made this, the front and back cover could easily touch and it looked like there was plenty of space and it wasn't full enough. But I'm glad I stuck with the number of pages I did because otherwise it would be like wedged open by now. So I'm going to keep this as quick as I can. I tend to waffle, so I'll try my best not to, and I'll just show you the sorts of things that are in my journal. So on the inside cover, when I made the journal, I just did some collaging. I just kind of went with whatever felt right. That washi tape is curling up a little bit, but never mind. And I used some more book pages, but I didn't want to cover this one up because it just made me really happy. It's a little girl eating cherries off a plate, and yeah, so you'll see different pages like that throughout the book, and quite often I haven't covered them because they're just too beautiful. I couldn't. I've put that this is my third journal. I've put a picture of myself and my family, and the date started was January 2022. I'm 34 and it's journal number, oh, I put journal number 4 here, but 3 here. I think this is because I did make one journal and it was a bit rubbish, so I stopped using it halfway through and then I got better at making them. So this is my third like decent journal that I'm happy with, but my fourth if you include the rubbish one that I made. So this is my first page and this was just about New Year. We went to the park with the kids, and then there's just some collage bits on there and some journaling. And then there's just a picture of me and just a little bit of journaling about motherhood and how hard it can be at times and what it means to me. So that's there. This was just a page that I was playing with. I've really enjoyed being more creative and I started doing that in my journal, but then I've actually made a separate art journal since. And again, this was just me playing around with some bits that I had. This was another little bit of journaling, and there's like a fairy book page, some dried flowers, and a flower petal here as well. And this is my son with his granddad, Valentine's Day. So I got heart-shaped crumpets for breakfast. This was a pressed flower from the flowers Alistair got me. Megan painted me this. This was some Prosecco, and then I just journaled about what we did. This was just a day when we got locked out of the house, so I decided to drive the kids to McDonald's, and then there's some photos and just some journaling about what happened. And I like to use actual junk in my junk journals. It just makes sense to me, and I think one day I will want to look back and see what the packaging was like in different places. I think that'll make me, I find it interesting, you know, like when Starburst used to be opal fruits, and now I see that and I think like, I don't know, it just makes me smile. So we're keeping on to packaging. This was just a painting that I did when the kids were painting and I joined in. That's the other half of that book page, which I could have covered but I didn't. And I like to stick in pictures and drawings from the kids too. So this was something that Harry made me. It goes that way up. But I thought that was really cool. This is just a pocket with some random receipts, and this was a dance show that Megan was part of. There's a pressed flower that I laminated in there too. Some more journaling. I found a 4-leaf clover inside some old books that I bought for my journaling, and I just thought that's lucky, so it went in. Another random page of just things that made me happy, and I've journaled in a green pen on here to make it less obvious, but I thought that was nice. There's some photographs in there, and then yeah, this was just about like home and Manchester, and there's like a Manchester poem from after the arena bomb, and I've just taken some lines from that. Got my little wax melts. I'm kind of obsessed with those in this journal. You'll see them a lot. Again, this is just kind of a random what I was feeling and what felt good to do at the time. This is just like a jar full of things that make me feel happy. So I don't know if you can read it, but inside I used my typewriter on some painted paper and just wrote some things that made me happy. This one has got some pictures behind some hidden flaps and a bit of journaling. And then this page was just some journaling and a picture of me and my friend. I took this photo when I went out with my dad and our cameras, and I just love it. It turned out really nice. My dad gave me lots of tips for how to make my photos better. More journaling. This was some writing that my daughter did. She's 4, she's in nursery, and I just was really proud of her. She did this all on her own. Then some more journaling. This was journaling about the day that I went out with my dad and our cameras. This was just, again, another random page. We had date night and I had some pictures, so I put them in there too. And I made myself a little craft area. There's a video on what my little craft area looks like, but I took a photo, stuck that in and journaled about that. Again, there's just some more random bits tucked in there. This was just some journaling. I've popped it in an envelope just about things going on in the world at the moment and how I felt about it. And then I've made a secret little journaling spot here. So when you put it down together, it just looks like the postcard is stuck in, but then you can pull it up and find the journaling. I like doing little things like that. I made some patchwork journals, and when I was sewing along the end, my thread ran out and then the colour was wrong and it all just went wrong. But I thought it's, you know, it's part of learning and you've just got to enjoy the process even if it doesn't come to anything. So I stuck that in with some things don't turn out how you want and it's okay. And there's a little picture that Megan did. I think my daughter did that. This was just about things that we have been planting and things like that. So different flowers and different stuff, is the tags are tucked in there. This was something that Megan made me for Mother's Day. So there was like just some little wooden flowers, and they are quite bulky, but I actually really like the way they stick out of the edge of the page. And that was my card from Megan. This was when Megan did a ballet show, so I've journaled on my typewriter about that, and then just done a bit of collaging and stuff. You see these wax stamps on most pages. I got a new kit and I kind of went a bit overkill, but I love them. This is Sandwich Shop across the road. Alistair's always asking me to go. And I just thought it would be quite interesting one day to look back and see what the prices were compared to what they are in the future, because we all know that's changing dramatically. This is just some wax melt packaging. These are some of the scents that I've had in my house since starting this journal. And yeah, Cheshire wax melts are amazing. Absolutely love their wax melts. And I just thought it would be cool to keep. This was from Mother's Day, so this was a bit of a menu from where we went. They are disposable ones, I didn't steal a proper menu. This was the envelope that Alistair wrote with my card in, and I like keeping people's handwriting. I just think it's really precious and personal, so I've kept that. And then my Mother's Day card from Harry. This was just on an Easter gift from a child in my class at school, and this was again something that Harry made for Mother's Day, recipe for a brilliant mum. So I like the idea of being able to look back on these when the kids are older and just see how the handwriting's changed and things. For this page I used black paint to make like a little space on the page, and then journaled in white pen. And we've got some more of these illustrations here. I've got some swatches of some pens that I bought, absolutely love those. Some more journaling and some dried flowers. I just put those in a laminator and it made an extra page, and I really love that. And I've just been filling in what we've been doing in the school holidays on this little table. Another Easter card from Megan. There's quite a few cards and things in here, but it's just that time of year, isn't it? Another book page. So I haven't written on every page, just the ones that I felt drawn to. No idea what's going on here. Oh no, I do. I wrote down some of my meal plan things and some of the things that we'd cooked and eaten throughout the week. Here I've used an old junk mail envelope. It's hard to get in, but my journaling is just slotted inside there. And I've just put a little quote and some butterflies and things on there too. Then I've got a picture of, I moved this plant. I could never get this plant to be happy anywhere, and I finally found somewhere where it seems to be growing, and it's even bigger than this now. It's so happy, and I know that sounds silly, but I was sure this plant was going to die, and it didn't, and I'm very happy about it. This is some pictures of my house in an absolute mess, because I just think I want to remember these days where my house wasn't perfect and it made me pull my hair out, but actually we were so happy. This was the other day. I went round to my mum's and we just had a lovely day playing and doing different things. These are some of the papers that I've used throughout this journal, and I just thought I'd collage them on. And in this little book is just like a few different lists of my favourite things, like what I've been watching or what I've been reading, or you get the idea. Megan asked to draw a page, so she drew this straight in. Love it. Again, yeah, no idea what this is about. I was just kind of playing. Got this was another Mother's Day card, but this is where it fit in, so that's where that went. And this was a card sent to me by one of my closest friends. I absolutely love her. She's amazing. And yeah, she's just so kind. She knew I was a bit down, so she sent me this in the post, and it just made me smile. This was an Easter postcard from Alistair's auntie and uncle, and that's it. So these pages are still blank. I could fill them up. I might not. I don't know. There's the back cover. But that is it. It's pretty full. It kind of wedges itself open if you leave it, hence why I added the tie later on. But yeah, I would say that that is done, and I'm ready to move on to my next journal, which I made yesterday. And this is the new journal that I'm going to be working in. So I've used like an old doily here. This was an old hairband that I hadn't used for years, so I've broken it up and put it on the front. This is just from some costume jewellery. I've still got the exposed binding, but it's a little bit more subtle, and you can see the doily goes onto the back as well. And then yeah, same sorts of pages. There's some little flower ones, lots of coffee stained ones. It's a little bit bigger than my last journal, like some transparent pages that I can slot things. This is like a little envelope I can put things inside. Some like little fairy pages, I love those ones. There's some map pages too. What else? See the half of that. There's like pockets as usual. I've not sewn anything though. I just glued in this one. But yeah, oh, there's an envelope. So I can put things inside there. And then where's the other? There's another envelope, but a different type. Oh, here we go. So this is like a little paper bag envelope that I can put things in there. But yeah, this is going to be my next journal, and I can't wait to get started in it. But yeah, let me know if you enjoy these sorts of videos. I know they're not for everybody, but I really enjoy my journaling, and it makes me happy. So yeah, there you go. There is my completed journal and my very speedy flip through of my new one. Thanks for watching.